What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little different, and that is going to be taking a look at My Hero Academia, The Strongest Hero, in a little bit of a more critical light. At this point in time, the game's been out for about 2 weeks now. I've literally been playing it since launch, and while there are a number of things that I love about the game, there are definitely a few things that I think the game could definitely improve on. Especially as somebody who is a free-to-play player, there are things that I could definitely see them making changes in just to make it a little more easier, not just for free-to-play players, but even for people that are spending on the game. So in this video, I'm going to look at 3 things that I think the game needs to improve on, as well as give you 3 solutions that I have to each of these issues. Because again, I don't want to just get on here and complain about the game and not actually have any type of solutions in mind that I think could be beneficial. So with that said, let's jump into the first issue. And the first issue is a very common issue, and it's something that you're going to hear so many different players comment on. Whether they're free to play, whether they're paying, everybody seems to have the exact same issue, and that issue is energy. Energy is a consistent issue in the game, and it's probably been an issue since the game launched, but because the game is so fun, like, a lot of people I think overlooked it in the beginning. But as you start getting more into the game, it really starts to become a really big problem that is just annoying to deal with, right? And I'm going to show you guys why. The first thing you're going to see on the screen is that I have highlighted is my max energy. So right now my energy is maxed out. I currently have 172 out of 160 energy, which is really good. But the only reason I have 102 out of 160 is because we've just got compensation for the maintenance. So they gave everybody like an additional 50 energy. So that kind of put me over the cap. So the issue though isn't with the actual energy in the game though. Like 160 energy isn't the problem. The problem is the cost and how you spend your energy. So if we just go through really quickly some of the various game modes in solo and look at the energy cost. So Peacekeeping Handbook, which is like the main story, and we start looking at these various chapters, it is 20 energy each just to complete a single chapter. And as you can see, I'm only about halfway through chapter 9 and still need to do 9.4, 9.5, and 9.6. So at 20 energy a pop, that's 60 energy right there. Not to mention, I still need to go back and get 3 stars in these other chapters. So again, that's 100 energy out the door just in the main story. So that already looks crazy, right? Well, let's take a closer look at some of the others. Let's look at supplies, right? Which supply is a really big feature of the game because you need food. So if you're doing like the cafeteria run and you go to do these, which you can do as many times as you want as long as you have energy, we see that you have to pay 25 energy just to do the cafeteria run. And that's even crazier, seeing as like this is a necessity. Like everybody needs food to be able to level up their heroes. And the fact that you're basically paying 25 energy a pop is ludicrous. Like, it doesn't make sense to have to pay that much energy just to be able to get food. And that's only if you're getting food. Some people may choose to do the data collection and decide to get, resources to level up their gear. Clearly, I haven't been doing a lot of that because I just haven't wanted to spend the resources in this mode. Then you have the on-site reinforcements, which are good for giving you level up tickets for your support cards, which is also really important. But again, it's also 25 energy. So everything in the supply category is 25 energy. Then you have hero trials, and it's the same story. 25 energy just to be able to run a single run through of hero trials. And you can run this at its base at a maximum of 2. I bought a buff in the store that lets me do this 3 times because I was trying to do the Aizawa side quest and I felt like this would make it easier, but I'm still paying 25 energy a pop. So to run this 3 times, again, that's 75 energy out the door. So that's hero trials, night ops, same situation, 25 energy a pop just to be able to run one run through in night ops. And again, you would probably run a ton of night ops to be able to get the various chips you need, especially if you're trying to get a set. So you're going to spend upwards of 100 energy in this mode alone, just trying to grind out various hero chips that you need. I know what some of you are thinking, well, what about the friends section, or what about the other ways that you can get energy? Well, let's look at those sections. If you go to friends, yeah, you can claim energy from your friends, but you can only do it 5 times in the day. And it's only 5 energy per friend. So at max, you're getting 25 energy from your friends. And then if we go to dorm, right, you have this little thing that's in your dorm room that gives you energy as well. But again, you only get 25 energy from this, and it's once per day. I still got to wait 2 hours just to collect 25 energy. So even if I waited to get energy from both of these at the same time, that's only 50 energy. That's nothing really in the grand scheme of what I need to do in this game. So, and then we look at what it would probably take if I was maybe a pay-to-play player, right? If I was actually going to spend money on getting things from this game, you look at the weekly card benefit. So you can spend $5 to get like this stamina pack, and you get a little more energy per day. But again, you have to pay $5 just to get this, and you're gonna have to pay $5 every week just to have that additional energy. And then that's not even thinking about, okay, well, again, if I'm free to play, I'm not going to spend the $5. So what other way can I get energy throughout the day so that I can continue to play and grind out the game modes that I need to grind out? Well, once you run out of energy, that's when they want you to tap into your hero coins. And this is just as expensive as anything else in the game. Just to get one pack of 50 is 40 hero coins. And that's, again, only for 2 runs in any of the game modes that we just talked about. And again, this cost of 40 hero coins goes up per purchase. So by the end of like the day, if you were to spend all 10, you are definitely spending, I believe I heard somebody say it's upwards of 500 hero coins in the day just to be able to constantly keep your stamina refilled. And again, I personally just think that's a little ridiculous, considering other games that I've played where it's much easier to manage your energy. For example, one game that I play quite often when I'm not playing My Hero is Marvel Contest of Champions. Marvel Contest of Champions does not have nearly as much energy. Like I said, here we see we get 160. I believe in Marvel Contest of Champions, you get 70. But the ability to manage your energy and to properly refill your energy is just an easier process. You're able to get energy refills from, daily crystals. You're able to get it from a various number of crystals or various quests that you're able to do. And there's 2 types of energy refills. There's the energy refills that give you like, a little bit of energy to do like a couple moves. And then there's like actual full energy refills. The fact that this game doesn't have full energy refills is laughable, because again, they know how much energy you need just to do the solo quests. Like, they know how much you need to do these things. Again, if we look at supply runs, you're supposed to be able to do these 20 times a day. And there is no way you're able to do any of these 20 times a day at the current cost of energy. So that's just something that I think that they really need to fix. And one solution that I have to that is to severely cut down the cost of supply energy. 25 energy is a joke. It just is. For how much grinding that you're going to need to do, the fact that you literally need to grind out everything in the solo tab, basically, I believe that they need to severely cut this down to maybe 5 to 10 energy per run. Because that would give you the ability that if you wanted to come in here and just grind out cafeteria or grind out reinforcement or grind out data collection, you can do that. You should be able to grind out the hero trials. Again, looking at these, you should be able to grind out each of these heroes without a lot of effort. Again, it should not be that costly where every time you open the game, you have to make the decision of which one of these things you're going to do today. You should be able to do all of them. at a reasonable pace without it being at a huge cost to you as the player. The second thing that they need to do to be able to, I think, fix the energy issue is to make it easier to refill your energy. And again, they can do this in two ways. I believe that either A, they can offer energy refills at a higher clip, whether it's in various daily quests or just other types of like side missions that you do. And they also need two different types of energy refills. They need the type of energy refills that give you, 25 to 50 energy, but then they also need like actual full energy refills. Because again, it's so quick, especially if they're not going to change it, it's so quick to run out of energy. So if you're not going to change how much energy costs, then you need to give players easier ways to completely refill their energy without having to waste most of their day just kind of staring at their screens and waiting and doing other things. And then the third thing they can do to fix energy is boost the energy that you get from your friends. Again, being able to only ask 5 friends for energy and only getting 5 energy from each is once again a joke. Again, this should be much higher and you should be able to do this more frequently. I think if you actually put this on a timer to where you're only able to ask your friends for energy every 4 to 6 hours would be a great compromise. So that's the energy issue in a nutshell, which moves me on to my second issue in the game. And this one really hits home as a free-to-play player, is the hero coins. Hero coins are another just huge issue in the game as a free-to-play player. And most of it stems from the previous issue, which being energy. But it's still an issue in its own because there's not a consistent way of getting the hero coins you need to be able to do things like hero summons, or to be able to do, especially, which is the case that most people want to do, are the limited hero summons. So like something like for All Might, where you're going to need hero coins just to get 10. And at the current state of the game, there's not an easy way to grind out 2,500 hero coins. It's just not. If you look at some of the ways that you can get hero coins in the game, you have achievements, which is an easy way of just like, hey, as you play the game, as you accomplish certain things, you can get some hero coins, which is nice, but there's clearly a cap to this. There's clearly going to come a point where you're not going to be getting any new achievements. Therefore, you're not going to be getting new hero coins. The other two areas in which you can get hero coins are Arena and Super Co-op. And Arena could be a lot better, right? Season 2 just started, and when I collected my rewards for Season 1, I think I got about 150 hero coins. I didn't grind out Arena super hard. I constantly kept missing the time for the actual time slot for Arena. So that made it kind of difficult to actually get into it. But 150 hero coins for 2 weeks worth of, playing Arena isn't all that bad. But I would love to see that number higher for people if they want people to play more of this. The second one is Super Co-op. And Super Co-op, apparently, you can get a good amount of hero coins depending on how highly ranked you are in Super Co-op. So I've seen screenshots of people who have brought in, well over, 300, 500 hero coins from doing Super Co-op. I think I even saw one screenshot of somebody who had over 1,000. So this could be a viable method. However, again, as a free-to-play player, I don't necessarily have the roster to go super hard in Super Co-op. And again, you only have 5 attempts. And if you're not winning in Super Co-op, if you're not winning your matchups, you don't get hero coins. So there's not a consolation if you win, you get X amount, and if you lose, you get a smaller amount. No, if you are losing your attempts, no hero coins for you. So that's something that I would love to see them change and improve so that either A, we get more opportunities in Super Co-op, or just simply give hero coins to basically anybody that's at least trying and attempting to play this mode. Obviously, give more hero coins to people that are winning and have consistent streaks. But again, don't punish the free-to-play players or players who haven't really established their rosters just yet by not giving them the hero coins that they probably need just as much. Another solution that I have for getting more hero coins is actually going back to Arena, right? Arena would be probably the easiest way for most players to be able to generate hero coins. And again, you can honestly just be giving out 5 to 10 hero coins, maybe 20 at max, for people just running Arena and being competitive with other players. Obviously you have the match battles, which don't really, mean much, but you could still give hero coins out for this, just for giving people an opportunity to grind this premium resource, because it is so rare. And Arena is still hard, whether it's points battle or match battle. Like, it's still really difficult to be able to win in Arena. And then when the points battle actually comes up, then you can just like double the amount of hero coins that people get for winning or for having, really long streaks, so that they can generate the types of pools and resources that they need to be able to save when these limited banners come out. So for me, those are the two biggest issues in the game that are currently present and that I believe that currently need to be fixed. Now, the third issue is a unique issue, and I'm pointing it out as an issue because I feel like this is going to be like a consistent thing in the game. And that thing is the Aizawa challenge, right? The Aizawa challenge is not free to play friendly. Okay? Like, it's not. And again, a big part of the Aizawa challenge issue is the stamina and the hero coins issue. But let me go back into this for a second. If you look at some of the things you need, or at least like the last 3 things that I need, these things are really difficult to achieve as a free-to-play player. Specifically, the double S tier hero, right? And the fact that it has to be a class A rank hero to double S tier, which means that I actually have to either grind a ton of hero trials or that I have to be opening a lot of hero tickets, neither of which are very feasible under the current meta of the game. Like we were just talked about, energy is a huge issue, and so is hero coins. So I don't have a surplus of either of these resources to be able to grind out and necessarily get the things I need to be able to even get, one copy of Aizawa. And the reason this is going to be a problem, because I can see this being a consistent thing that happens with other characters or other heroes in the game, where they're going to have these challenges built up to where, it looks like everybody should be able to get it, but the grind for a free-to-play player is nearly impossible. Like I said, I've been playing this game since it came out. I've been trying to open as many hero tickets as I possibly can. And if we look at my roster, Midori is my only hero that's at level 80. And Sue might be like my closest hero that I have that can probably get to double S tier. And she's still not even that close. So I would have to do so much more grinding in the next couple of days to even have a chance at getting her to double S tier. So as a free-to-play player, though, like I said, I've already made the decision. I don't want to spend money. Now, if I was spending money, those things probably wouldn't be as much of an issue. It still would be part of an issue because, again, even leveling up a hero to level 80 takes a ton of food, which means I have to do a ton of supply runs just to get the food that I need. And we already looked at how much that cost. And then, like I said, then I have to do the hero trials. So these things cost a ton of energy just to be able to do. And I have to do these, like, again, for the Aizawa challenge, you need 6 heroes at level 80. 6. I just got Midoriya there. And not to mention, I still need to do, like, if I wanted to get Uraraka up there, I still need to feed her food. If I wanted to do Kirishima, I need to feed him food. Kaminari needs food. I think Mineta needs food, and I think Ida needs food too. So I was able to already grind out the resources to at least get them to the point where they need food. But now I have to spend the energy to get them each up to the, like, if I used all my food right now on Ida, that only gets him to 75. So I would have to grind all the way back over to get him the next 5 levels. And the same would be done for the other 4 heroes that I mentioned. Or for the other 4 heroes that I already mentioned. Just to get them all to level 80. And challenges like this, while like are fun, I hope that they tweak them in the future to where either A, you give people a larger window, or B, you make them more attainable so that people who are free to play can still have a chance at getting the heroes without feeling the pressure to dip into their pockets, or feeling the pressure to grind an obscene amount to where it's no longer fun. You know, the grinding and to get a hero should still be like, yes, it'll be tedious, but it should still be somewhat fun for players. So again, my solution to things like this would be just the window larger, so give people more time to be able to grind this out. Like the Aizawa challenge should maybe honestly be like a permanent thing, just so that you get, like, it's the first challenge that we got when the game came out. So why not just make it a permanent thing that, like, hey, you will always have this opportunity to get Aizawa, so nobody feels rushed, nobody feels pressured to like hurry up and get him. But at the same time, whales will obviously be able to get him sooner, and if he becomes available in a banner, whales are going to get him anyway. And free-to-play players can make that decision of, do they want to continue to grind in the challenge, or do they want to spend their hero coins and just try to get him there? Either way, you give the players the choice to do that. But that's going to pretty much end it for this video, guys. Like I said, these are just the 3 issues that I have in the game. They're the things that probably bother me the most. I'm not saying these are the only issues in the game. So if you have complaints, or there are things that you've noticed in the game that are also an issue, please sure to leave them in the comments. Also be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.